So the boolean can have only two states. Either it's true or false. This is how you declare a variable. In our case, it's going to be called b as boolean, and either it is true or it is false. And you can assign the true or false value into the boolean variable. We are going to now in this tutorial we are going to show the true or truthful statements as green and the false or the false statements as red, which is the obvious choice. So let's discuss the conditional statements. The conditional statements are actually the questions that you can ask your computer when you want to get a Boolean answer. So when you want to get an answer if something is true or something is false, you need to ask the question in a proper way. And we are going to now discuss most of the cases, or maybe probably all of the cases that you can have when it comes to the mathematical questions or conditional statements. So instead of defining or declaring specifically that your Boolean variable is going to have the value of true, you can ask a question, a conditional statement, and it looks something like this. This conditional statement is called equality. So you're asking whether the left part of this question or conditional statement is equal to the right part. And note that I'm using double operator. So double equation mark means you're asking the computer, is 5 equal to 5? And I put it into the brackets because I think it's easier to read. You don't have to, but I think it's easier and nicer to read. So you know that you're assigning a value to the b Boolean, and the value is the answer to this conditional statement question. So you're asking, is 5 equal to 5? And the answer would be true. In this case, on the right side, when you're asking, is 5 equal to 2? The answer is false. And of course, this doesn't really make much sense because, of course, you know it by yourself that 5 is equal to 5 and 5 is not equal to 2. But sometimes, and very often, you're not going to use the values, but you're going to use some variables. So instead of 5, you will have something that is called x. Instead of 2, you will have something that is called y. And you don't know when you're programming what values are going to be inside of those variables, and you need to ask a question. And you need to ask if they are equal, and you can store the answer in the Boolean variable. So the next one would be the opposite of equality, so it's difference. You're asking, is 5 different from 2? And note that you ask it this way. You always say 5 exclamation mark equals 2, which means is different or doesn't equal to 2, because exclamation mark in Java and mostly in programming, as far as I know, means a negation. So you're actually changing the meaning of the Boolean, either operation or conditional statement or the Boolean itself. So here you're asking, is 5 different from 2? And the answer is yes, it is different, so the answer is true. In this case, is 5 different than 5? Well, no, it's not. The answer is false. So this conditional statement is false. Then you can ask the obvious question, is 5 larger than 2? And the answer is yes, it is larger. And note that here we don't need to use the double mark. So you only ask whether it's larger. And here I'm asking, is 5 larger than 7? Well, the answer is no, so this statement is false, and the b is going to get a value of false. Here I can ask a more specific question, is 5 larger or equal, so either that or that, than 2? So is 5 larger or equal than 2? The answer is true, it is larger or equal. It's not equal, but it's larger. In this case, I'm asking, is 5 larger or equal than 7? So it's not larger and it's not equal, therefore the answer is false. Here I'm asking, is 5 larger or equal than 5? And the answer is true, because 5 is not larger, but it is equal, so either this or this. So larger or equal. Note that larger or equal is a fixed statement, and you cannot do that with, like, you cannot say larger or different. So you cannot make it as simple as that. So it's only larger or equal. I'm actually now enumerating all the logical operations that you can use in Java. Well, more or less all of them. If we want to have something that is false, I can ask, is left larger than right? So if I'm asking whether 5 is larger than 5, then the answer is false, because it's not larger, and it's not even smaller. It's equal, but it's not larger for sure. So therefore B is false in this case.